You're welcome back, and thank you very much for watching Smart 24 TV, where we drive your business. My name is Anthony, and I am your host. And today on set with me is a very special gentleman, an entrepreneur, a speaker, a lawyer by profession, and above all, a cryptocurrency enthusiast, someone who is very, very interested in cryptocurrency. And we are going to elucidate very many matters concerning crypto and everything you've heard in rumors about crypto. Mr. Barry, you're most welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Can you give yourself a worthy introduction? Because sometimes I fail to introduce my guests worthily.
Okay, my name is Barry Ainomgisha. I'm a lawyer by profession, specializing in crypto and digital assets and blockchain. I'm also the co-founder of Skill Haven Africa, which is a tech startup based in blockchain and cryptocurrencies. We do basically crypto and blockchain education. We do consultancy in market research and corporate advisory. That is basically it.
Yeah, man, that's a lot for you, isn't it? Being a lawyer and then blockchain, isn't it too much for you, a little bit?
Yeah, not necessarily. Well, this is an emerging field.
Yeah.
It's an emerging field, so a few things are very unconventional. We have to try out new things, but definitely for any upcoming field or industry, there has to be someone that pioneers a few things. So as the pioneers in the market, we're trying our level best to have it leveled for any other person that might be interested in taking it up on.
Now, you know, I've been reading certain articles about crypto, and most statisticians are saying that in East Africa we have close to 12 million crypto users. And they're saying about 2.3 of these are in Tanzania, 2 million in DRC, and about 6 million in Kenya. And I don't know the number for Uganda yet. But these statistics sound a little bit overwhelming and too good to be true. In your own opinion, do you think this is actually true?
Well, the figures may not be very specific, but East Africa has its share of participation in the crypto industry. So I cannot necessarily give you exact figures as to how many people are participating in the crypto markets or in the blockchain industry per country, but I very well know that there are participants in the market, and the numbers are growing with each year. East Africa has one of the rising statistics when it comes to crypto and blockchain adoption. So the statistics are there. They're there, and they're very significant. Yeah.
In 2021, over about the crypto market, we saw about 79.4% crypto crimes increase, and that is from about 14 billion US dollars to about 7.8, from about 7.8 to 14 billion US dollars. And these are usually Ponzi schemes and cryptocurrency dealers. Some people call themselves cryptocurrency exchanges. These are all crimes that happened, and people lost billions of money. Do you think this is why people are actually not yet investing in cryptocurrency, because of the losses people have endured for all this time?
Okay, that's a very interesting question that will require me to delve into some depth about cryptocurrency and how it operates and what drives adoptions. So to begin with, there has been a share of bad publicity about cryptocurrency and blockchain industry in general. But one thing is for sure, what determines adoption is the point at which someone first interacts with cryptocurrency. That informs how you perceive it in the long run. If you consider it a get-rich-quick scheme, which is a very big misconception about the industry. So these scams and crypto-related crimes thrive on misinformation. They thrive on ignorance in the industry. Uganda itself has had its fair share of bad reputation about cryptocurrencies. So they are there. There are crypto-related crimes. There are scams ongoing in different entities, different countries. And this is because the public has not put an effort to do some research and find out what is a cryptocurrency, what is blockchain, can you even distinguish the two. Most people usually use Bitcoin to refer to both blockchain and every cryptocurrency there is.
Yes.
So the basic thing is about what kind of information is being disseminated to the public for consumption about the cryptocurrency industry. So as long as we don't have mainstream media putting up accurate and correct information about this industry, we're going to have very many crypto-related scams and other schemes coming up ruining this beautiful technology.
Let me ask you a question right there. Misinformation, talking about misinformation. You know, there's misinformation, then there's something else about not understanding the information. But doesn't crypto sound so complicated? And when people first interact with this blockchain, ledgers, they are put off, you know, definitely at the first sound. And it's not in Africa alone. We've seen even in the United States where these things began, people don't understand. So how is crypto that complicated for people to actually get to understand?
Well, no, crypto is not that complicated. But of course, it's an emerging technology. It hasn't been here for so long. So the pioneers in the industry are also grappling with a few technicalities. How do we explain these technicalities to the public to understand them in the simplest of words? That is what Skill Haven Africa is trying to do. We're trying to simplify this technology for everyone to understand the basics about it. How does it operate? If it's about setting up a wallet, how do you do so? How do you transact using cryptocurrency? How do you send and receive money? All those modalities, we're trying to simplify them in the most basic terms possible. So the terminologies used in the crypto industry are some of the things that are making it a little bit complex for the general public to pick interest, because they keep thinking this is maybe for techies, newbies have no
Wealthy,
space here, maybe the wealthy people, maybe some experts, it's reserved for some experts. So we're trying to make sure that the information is discernible by everyone. They can understand the basics. They don't have to grapple with defining what a blockchain is, what a cryptocurrency is, because the terms available right now are not very favorable for everyone to understand. But basically, if I'm to explain what cryptocurrency is, I would say it takes two forms. So cryptocurrency is basically a digital asset. And the digital assets don't take physical form. We've had stories about people who have been scammed in the country. They've been given some physical items and they told this is your Bitcoin, keep it for some time, after 2 years you can check and resell for a profit. So cryptocurrencies do not take physical form at any point. And now they have two main use cases. Cryptocurrencies can be used as a payment system and they can be used as an investment. So when you understand the two available modalities in which you can use cryptocurrencies, it makes it easier for you. You can decide on which side of the spectrum you want to go as an investor or as a user to transact and use it as a payment system. And for different available advantages it has, to avoid double spending, to avoid high costs if it comes to remittance, the security, the anonymity, all those aspects that make it an interesting technology. So the other misconception that we have to demystify is what distinguishes cryptocurrency from blockchain. Blockchain is a very big technology because cryptocurrencies run on a blockchain technology. So that makes blockchain and cryptocurrencies distinguishable as technologies. Cryptocurrencies is only the most popular use case of the blockchain technology because different entities, even here in the country, are employing the blockchain technology in different fields, in institutions to our different certifications and documents. Some are using the technology in communications, in payments, in hospitals.
So literally what you're saying is like blockchain is like mobile money, but you could have mobile money at MTN, at Airtel. It's a kind of service that kind of has various other branches attached to it.
Not necessarily. I would say blockchain is like the internet.
Okay.
So the internet can be used for various things. You can watch something, you can use it for payments, you can do anything on the internet. But there is a popular use case of the internet. So in comparison, blockchain is a whole different technology. It's the underlying technology for all these cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
So it has other various use cases. And like I said, it can be used in medicine, tracking people's history and record keeping. It can be used in financial systems to track the digits and everything. It can be used in hospitals, in schools, institutions, to issue out certifications in different ways, really. So cryptocurrency becomes the most popular use case because it relates to money. Everyone wants to associate with money. So as long as people hear where the money is, what relates with money, that's where they want to be. So that's what makes cryptocurrency a very popular use case of the blockchain technology. So back to the question of crypto-related scams, people losing money year in, year out. That is a very legitimate concern because this country has had its fair share of crypto-related scams. If you look at the statistics, you see that Uganda has lost the equivalent of the amount it has transacted in cryptocurrency. Let's say, if Uganda has transacted $1 billion in cryptocurrencies, they have lost almost the equivalent of that amount in crypto-related scams. And of course, they're besides misinformation, besides not having this information simplified for the public, besides ignorance, there are other factors that we may talk about, and that comes to the regulatory framework.
Okay.
What do we have as the regulatory environment for cryptocurrencies and blockchain in the country? That is also a very pertinent concern when it comes to crypto-related scams. Someone might ask, if I have a crypto-related crime, do I have to go to the cyber crimes department at the police, or is there a specific mechanism used to redress these crypto-related crimes? So the regulatory environment is still not very comprehensive. It's not sufficient to curb all these crypto-related scams. But we have set up, there is an association for which I'm part of. I serve on the legal committee of the Blockchain Association of Uganda, where we're putting up different mechanisms and measures to make sure that we sanitize the crypto ecosystem in the country. So we have to weed out the different and false players who are trying to ruin the technology and the crypto space. And this relates to consumer protection. What are we doing to protect the end consumers of crypto-related products in the country? That is how the Blockchain Association of Uganda comes up. We set out different guidelines for different crypto players in the industry to make sure that the end user is at least receiving a legitimate product. But another thing is that the misconception that is driving the scams and facilitating them is people perceiving cryptocurrencies as a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yes.
Which is, it's not true, to say the least. It's not true. Because if you understand the fundamentals of cryptocurrency, you understand the utility, you understand what is driving the adoption worldwide, you'll see that cryptocurrency is not, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. And I'll give you the background. Cryptocurrency adoption in different countries, globally has been driven by different things, and I'll talk about the adoption because we have moved from individual-based adoption to state or institution-based adoption, then to national-based kind of adoption. For individual, cryptocurrency started with you and I taking some interest in Bitcoin. We do some research, then we transact, send money. A few years later, Bitcoin appreciates in value because more people are using it, so the demand is high because cryptocurrency follow the principles of demand and supply. More people demanding for it, the price shoots up. When there is an investor, when the investor sentiments change, there is skepticism, the prices go low, like what we're having right now. So that kind of individual-based adoption has changed to institutional-based kind of adoption, where we are seeing different traditional finance and traditional businesses taking interest in cryptocurrencies and mainly Bitcoin. They are now adopting Bitcoin as part of their balance sheet. They're using Bitcoin as part of their investment. And we had a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency-based entity, Coinbase, being listed as one of the companies traded publicly. on the New York Stock Exchange, on NASDAQ, and different other stock exchanges globally. So we have also moved from that kind of institutional-based kind of adoption. We've had prominently, one of the companies that is very prominent for Bitcoin adoption is MicroStrategy, founded by Michael Saylor. You must have heard about him, who is stacking up Bitcoins at every slightest opportunity. So that kind of adoption has also shifted to state or national-based kind of adoption, where now we have countries that are saying, well, you're going to pay taxes in Bitcoin for our country. You can use Bitcoin as a payment system in this country. It's allowable. You're going to trade in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, but we're going to subject you to income tax on every transaction you make in cryptocurrency. So, and we've had also prominently other countries use Bitcoin as their legal tender.
Yeah, El Salvador
and Central African Republic. So these are interesting developments, really. And it shows you that there is something bigger they see about this technology other than trying to get rich quick. So if you understand the fundamentals and see what kind of revolutionary technology cryptocurrencies and blockchain are, you understand that there is so much it can do besides you looking for what you can earn tomorrow or the next week. Because what I usually get, my peers usually ask me, if I invest $100 today, how much will I have tomorrow?
That's the question.
So
that's the question.
That makes it very problematic, and that's how people get scammed, because someone comes and tells you, I'm going to give you 20% return per day or per hour on your crypto investment. That's ridiculous. I don't think there is any kind of investment that would earn you that much. So for as long as people look at short-term gain, we're going to have these scams coming up, because they thrive on such hunger for quick money. So people need to understand that this technology has different fundamentals. It has different things that drive the prices and the valuation. It also has greater use cases because it's a revolutionary technology that threatens traditional finance. So it has been here for not longer than 15 years, because it was rolled out in 2009. So from 2009 up to now, you see that it's a young technology. It has so much potential for the things they're trying to revolutionize, things they're trying to change. So you cannot say that, I'm going to look at the short-term gain. But the day we start thinking long-term with cryptocurrencies, with blockchain technology, that's when we shall realize that there is so much we stand to gain in the long run. Because now, someone who invested earlier this year, they could be in loss. But someone who invested 5 years ago, 4 years ago, their portfolio still shows that they're in profit. Because they're looking at the long-term kind of drive for the technology. But for as long as we have short-term driven investors, we're going to have these scams crop up and infest the entire technology and the ecosystem in the country. And they're also thriving on the vacuum in the legal framework.
Mr. Abdari, you talked about the currency being a rival of the other currencies. We know of course our traditional currencies and how money has evolved with time. Recently there was something about the central bank digital currency. Kind of a product that was brought up because of these, enthusiasts, of course, for crypto coming up with these other crypto coins. And this was viewed as what could actually compete with the cryptocurrencies. Because as we all know, the central bank has no say whatsoever on crypto coins. It's absolutely unregulated and virtual money, if I can say. Do you think, like you called it, there's going to be a war between these currencies, the central banks, and the crypto coins that we're having at the moment?
Okay, I cannot for sure say what is going to happen in the next few years, but what can be predicted is that for as long as the populace or the citizens or the crypto users understand that there are different use cases for cryptocurrency, for example, that it can be used, because now the concern usually is, how do I use my cryptocurrency as a payment system? How do I transact using Bitcoin? How many stores around, how many entities accept Bitcoin as part of the payment?
Can I buy a car? Can I buy groceries with my crypto?
Cryptocurrency is it has so much potential when it comes to those payments. So we need so much innovation that can simplify that kind of transaction model. How easy is it for me to walk down a store and buy a loaf of bread?
Yeah.
How do I buy soap using my cryptocurrency or my Bitcoin? So for as long as we have that kind of level achieved in transactional volumes and accessibility with different stores, that's when I can for sure say that it's going to be a rival for the traditional currency or the money that we have right now. But if people still consider it an investment for how much I'm going to earn tomorrow or next week, we might not hit that level. Well, that is speaking for Uganda as a country, because other countries are moving at a very fast-paced rate. So for us to get to a level where cryptocurrencies rival traditional currencies and traditional monetary system, it will be at a level when we have simplified transactions, we have simplified payment systems in crypto transactions, so that someone can say, I don't have to carry cash if I have Bitcoin, because I know the next supermarket next door will accept my Bitcoin for whatever I need to shop at the time. So that is what is going to make cryptocurrency rival the traditional kind of currency that we have right now. But before we hit that level of adoption and everyone understands how to transact, they understand how to set up their wallets, they understand how to use the Lightning network of cryptocurrency, we are far from that.
What is the biggest problem with our currency that you think crypto addresses? In 1 minute, we're going for a quick break, but what do you think is the biggest gap that our traditional currencies have failed to fill that actually cryptocurrency is going to actually address?
Simply stated, that is, our currency has not been a good store of value. That is
been a good store.
Yes, it has not been.
Ladies
a good
and
store of
gentlemen, we're going to take a very quick breather. We're still talking to Mr. Aino Mugisha Barry, a lawyer, an experienced blockchain, I don't even know what to call him, but he's everything you need to know about crypto. And we'll be right back. This is Anthony, and you're watching